Hey guys, it's Mrs. Clough. I wanted to quickly record a kind of a journal entry for you guys. So I'm asking you guys to put this journal entry into your notebook in Canvas. So this is going to go in that notebook, that little green journal tab. If you don't know how to find that, let me know and I will help you. But I wanted to do mine and kind of share what I would say to these questions so that you kind of have a place to start. So the questions that the Nearpod is going to ask, and it asks you to answer in your notebook, are: who am I as a reader? Who do I want to be as a reader? And what are my reading goals? Listing 3 things that you want to be better at as a reader. So who I am as a reader: I love fiction. I am definitely a fiction reader. I'm definitely someone who likes to use reading as a bit of an escape. Who do I want to be as a reader? I want to be a well-rounded reader. I want to be someone who looks at reading as a way for me to learn about new things, grow my knowledge, and enjoy what I'm reading. I also really want to diversify what I read. I tend to read a lot of the same thing. I love realistic fiction. John Green is one of my favorites. But I also love like fantasy. But beyond those 2 genres, I don't really read too many things outside of that. So I would really like to expand kind of what I tend to read. So 3 goals that I have. 1, I want to pick out more nonfiction to read. When I read nonfiction, it tends to be things about mental health or education, stuff that's for my job that I can use in the classroom. And I would really like to expand that to learning about different topics. Okay. 2, I want to expand the fiction genres that I read. One that I tend to ignore a lot is historical fiction, and I know there's a lot of great historical fiction out there, so I would like to get better at picking diverse fiction for me to read. And then number 3, what would I like to, what is my reading goal? I want to be more consistent about it. You would think as a reading teacher and as an English teacher, I am really consistent about reading stuff. But the fact is, I spend a lot of time reading paragraphs that students turn in and reading essays that students turn in. And I spend a lot of time reading really what you guys turn in. And that means that at the end of the day, my eyes are kind of tired and I sometimes just don't feel like reading anymore. I'm very tired at the end of the day. And so sometimes I just turn on Netflix instead, which isn't really the same. We can get a lot of the same lessons from movies and TV shows, but there's something really important about reading and getting that rich experience. So my last goal for myself is that I want to get more consistent about that and setting aside time during my day where it's like, yep, this is reading time. So you're going to answer those same 3 questions. So who am I? Who do I want to be as a reader? And then what are my reading goals? And I want you to do that in your notebook that you set up earlier this week. If you have not set up your notebook yet, that is super crucial. For those of you who have listened to these 4 minutes of me talking, that notebook, whether you are coming back face to face or whether you are staying home for the first 9 weeks for sure, no matter what, that is going to be your notebook. There aren't going to be, I'm not going to keep your physical composition notebook in my classroom even if you come back to school. So everyone has to set up that online notebook. All right.